Hello! So today we're going to be talking about the full moon in Aries, which is coming up this Tuesday, October 11th at 10:06 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, which is New York time or the US East Coast time. So the full moon is when we're taking actions towards making something happen that we've planned during the new moon, something that came to us through our intuition during the new moon. And now it's time for us to realize what that is and how to take further steps and how to complete this full moon cycle. Now, the full moon is a very emotional time. It's an extroverted time. Therefore, we're being asked to be out there in the world. And it's a time for relationships. So we're being engaged in our relationships and we're being reflected back to us those two polar opposite energies that are being represented in the sky right now. So with the moon being in Aries, the sun is in Libra with some other planets. And during this during this full moon, it will be conjunct to Saturn. The sun will be conjunct to Saturn, which will be exact on Thursday. So that comes into the picture as well. Now let's first talk about the moon in Aries, the full moon in Aries. So this energy is all about independence. It's about our autonomy. It's what we want for ourselves. It's about us. It's about the me. It's about the self. And it's about really taking the lead and being completely authentic with what we want for ourselves. And the Libra energy, which is the opposite energy, is all about the other. It's about our relationships. It's about who we are in our relationship and what we want for our relationship. And it's about compromise. It's about negotiations. It's about codependence. It's about being tactful. And it's about collaborating and coming together and understanding that there is that everything in the world is interconnected and works in relationship to each other, right? So with the moon in Aries and the sun in Libra, what we're trying to accomplish during this full moon time is to really integrate both of those energies within us and to find the balance between those two. Now, how can you do that? How can you find the balance between such total opposites? Now, when we talk about independence and we talk about codependence, when we're completely independent, we're completely self-sufficient and we can do anything and everything on our own. When we are codependent, we always depend on another person, on a relationship to help us do things. Now, the balance between those two things will be interdependence. And interdependence means basically that we can stand on our own, that we can do things on our own. However, we are aware and we know that relationships and other people enhance our experience and help us grow and help us expand beyond our own limitations. So the consciousness that we know that we need other people, we need relationships in our lives to move us beyond what we know we can do on our own. And what's really important in the interdependence component is that we are okay on our own and that we are self-sufficient, but we are also open to our relationships and letting other people contribute. So that's the balance between the Aries and the Libra energy. Now, with Saturn being in the mix, with Saturn being on top of the sun, we're getting a stronger sense of needing to take responsibility in our relationships, needing to be committed, needing to be accountable in our relationships, having integrity, having a sense of fairness, and creating boundaries that are healthy boundaries in our relationships. So when we move towards those positive or higher vibration energies that are represented by Saturn, it will give us a sense of just being able to stand strong in our own authority and being able to connect to other people from that place. However, if we're not able to move towards that place, towards that high vibrational Saturn place, we're most likely going to experience limitations in our relationships, and maybe fear will come up around our relationships as well. So always remember to move towards those higher vibration qualities when it comes to each planet. Now, as we all know, the full moon is always a time that's highly emotional, and there is a sense of something happening that is coming from within, from our emotional body, from our unconscious mind almost. And so something will bubble up during the full moon that we were not conscious about before. And the full moon brings consciousness to certain issues that were already there long before the full moon happened, but that are now becoming very apparent. So striving for that balance between the Aries and Libra polarities is very powerful. And also, this full moon is very much about new beginnings as well, because the moon in Aries is about new beginnings. And the right now, we're starting the end of the Mayan calendar. And the Mayan calendar, as it ends, it's all about, something ending and something new beginning. And so therefore, this full moon is very special in the sense that it's connected to that ending phase of the Mayan calendar. And so for the next 2 weeks, we're going to experience this sense of that our experience as human beings, as we've known it up until now, is ending and something new is beginning. And this new thing that is beginning is all about taking more responsibility for who we are, being more authentically who we are, being more in tune with our heart's desires, and being more present in general to what is here now in the moment, being able to open our heart, coming from love and from gratitude rather than fear and judgment. So these are all the new ways of where humanity is moving towards. It's our evolution. It's the new paradigm. It's the new shift. So if you want to be a part of this new shift in a very full and present way, move towards being committed to yourself and to your relationship. Move towards taking responsibility for who you are in your relationships, and how you want to express yourself completely from your heart and fully, without stepping on other people, but including other people. It's kind of like we're in this phase where we're moving towards a very different consciousness, and this consciousness is all about unifying opposites and sensing that there's an equality and an interdependence with all of life, with all, not just with all human beings, but also with the nature, with animals, with everything that has a living spirit, that we're all interconnected in that sense. So anyway, so if any of you want to know where in your personal chart the full moon is taking place, and where you need to create some balance in your life and create some more awareness on where you're going next, please email me at Sonja, Sonja, at astrologercoach.com, and I'd be happy to send you a brief reading via email for $28. And always feel free to follow my daily astrology blog on astrologercoach.com/blog. And I'm looking forward to connecting again soon. Have a wonderful 2 weeks, and I'll see you. Probably around the new moon again. All right. Bye bye.